If you click on this video, you are here to either learn about the history of K-pop, or you're part of my research class that's watching this from our journal club presentation. But regardless of who you are, let's journey through the fascinating history of Hallyu, which is also known as the Korean wave, and how it paved the way for what we now know as K-pop, a global phenomenon that has redefined the music industry. Let's go back to the 1950s. After the Korean War, South Korea was rebuilding, and so was its entertainment industry. One of the first international success stories came in the form of the Kim sisters, who performed American pop songs in English and made appearances on US television, including The Ed Sullivan Show, which was basically like the boomers' version of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The Kim sisters were arguably the earliest sign of Korea's cultural export potential. But fast forward to the 1980s, Korea's economy began to rise, and so did its cultural ambition. Korean musicians started blending local ballads with Western styles like disco and rock. But the real turning point came in 1992 when So Taiji and Boys debuted on national television with their song Nan Arayo. Unlike anything audiences had ever seen before, their performance fused hip-hop, rock, and techno, shocking the industry and marking the birth of modern K-pop. From this point on, the landscape began to change. Inspired by this shift, new entertainment companies emerged: SM Entertainment, JYP Entertainment, and YG Entertainment. These companies didn't just recruit talent, they created it, launching a rigorous training system that included vocal training, dance, language skills, and media handling. While K-pop was growing at home, something else was brewing abroad, which was the start of the Hallyu wave. The term Hallyu, which means Korean wave, was first coined by Chinese journalists in the late 1990s in response to the popularity of Korean TV dramas like Winter Sonata. These dramas were heartfelt, relatable, and exported across Asia, sparking interest in Korean fashion, food, and of course, music. By the early 2000s, artists like BoA and TVXQ were breaking into the Japanese market, and Korean culture became a major export. In 2009, the Wonder Girls became the first K-pop group to enter the US Billboard Hot 100 with their song Nobody. It was a humble start, but it showed that K-pop had global potential. Then came 2012, and with it, Psy's Gangnam Style. The viral hit didn't just break the internet, it broke YouTube, becoming the first video ever to reach 1 billion views. This was more than a meme, it was proof that Korean music could entertain the entire world. From there, K-pop entered a whole new era. Groups like EXO, Girls' Generation, and Big Bang went on world tours and topped international charts. But it was BTS who became the global trailblazers. Winning Billboard Music Awards, delivering speeches at the United Nations, and topping the Billboard Hot 100 with songs like Dynamite and Butter, BTS proved that K-pop wasn't just popular, it was powerful. Around the same time, Blackpink emerged as a global face of K-pop girl groups, dominating YouTube, collaborating with artists like Lady Gaga, Dua Lipa, and Selena Gomez, and even performing at Coachella, becoming the first K-pop girl group to do so. And now we're in the end of the 4th generation of K-pop, and technically the start of the 5th generation, with groups like NewJeans, The Seraphim, and Baby Monster redefining the genre through minimalism, Y2K aesthetics, and digital innovation. The rapid rise shows just how far K-pop has come, and how far it can still go. So what started as a domestic form of entertainment has now become a cultural movement, a soft, powerful tool that promotes not just music, but also language, fashion, tourism, and global diplomacy. The Hallyu wave wasn't a fluke. It was built step by step by artists, producers, fans, and visionaries who believed that Korean culture had a place on the global stage. And if the past few decades are any indication, this wave isn't crashing anytime soon. Okay, that was a lot of information in a short amount of time, so let's break it down. There are currently 4 major entertainment companies dominating the Korean music industry. First, we have YG Entertainment. Founded in March 1996 by Young Hyung-suk, who was actually a member of the legendary group So Taiji and Boys. YG has produced some of the biggest names in K-pop, including Blackpink, iKON, and soloists like Psy.
오빤 강남 스타일. 강남 스타일. 오빤 강남 스타일.
Next is JYP Entertainment. Established in May 1997 by Jin Young Park, better known as JYP, this company is famous for its catchy pop sound and global reach. JYP has created powerhouse groups like Twice, Stray Kids, ITZY. Moving on, we have SM Entertainment. Founded in February 1995 by Suman Lee, SM is often considered the pioneer of the K-pop idol system. They produce iconic groups like EXO, aespa,
One look, give 'em whiplash. Beat drop with a big flash. 따라와, 어서 move fast. 이유 넌 이해 못해.
Red Velvet,
커지는 헛빛빛빛 빨라지는데 너도 짧게 헛빛빛빛빛거려 나를 볼 때.
and finally, there's Hybe Labels. Originally founded as Big Hit Entertainment in February 2005 by Bang Si-hyuk, Hybe has grown into a global entertainment powerhouse. They're a home of BTS,
Let's go. Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So as we bring the fire, set the night light.
New Jeans,
I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, make you mine. 떨리는 지금도 you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, super shy.
and the Seraphim.
I got all I need, you know nothing else can beat the way that I feel when I'm dancing with my girl. Perfect energy, yeah we flawless, yeah we free. There's no better feeling in the whole wide world tonight.
But for now, let's focus on one group at a time. And first, we'll talk about Blackpink, one of the most iconic and influential K-pop girl groups in the world. Blackpink consists of 4 members: Lisa, Jisoo, Jennie, and Rose. Altogether, Blackpink is currently the most subscribed music artist on YouTube with over 96.3 million subscribers. This puts them in the 15th most subscribed YouTube channel and the most subscribed K-pop group ahead of other big names like BTS or Twice. But their influence doesn't stop online. Blackpink turned that YouTube fame into real-world dominance with their most recent massive Born Pink World Tour that lasted from 2022 to 2023. The Born Pink Tour wasn't just successful, it was historic. It grossed approximately $331.8 million across 66 shows, making it the highest grossing concert tour by a female K-pop group. They sold out stadiums across the world, from Seoul to Los Angeles to London, and performed at major festivals like Coachella and BST Hyde Park, where they became the first K-pop girl group to not just perform but also headline.
저희가 원투에 코첼라 할 때 나와야 되는
제니
영상이거든요.
언니 대기하는 그 장면을 찍은 게 좋을 것 같아요. 언니 충격적이야. 큰일 났어. 큰일 났어.
Tonight's show is
큰일
really
났어.
great. That's something I want to tell you. So, we want you to headline Coachella.
And of course, that kind of success translated to the business side too. When Blackpink's 7-year contract ended in August of 2023, YG Entertainment stocks plummeted from around 80,000 won apiece to 50,000 won. Shortly after Blackpink renewed their contracts with YG Entertainment in December of 2023, the company's stock prices soared by over 20% within a single day. Investors and fans alike saw the deal as a signal that YG had secured its most valuable asset. But individually speaking, each member of Blackpink has become a powerhouse global ambassador for some of the world's biggest brands, generating massive revenue and media impact everywhere they go. Let's start with Lisa. She's currently the global ambassador for Louis Vuitton, Celine, and Bulgari. And she also endorses brands like Bose, AIS Thailand, and MAC Cosmetics. Her Instagram, by the way, has over 100 million followers, which is basically an advertising goldmine. It was estimated that Lisa alone generated almost 90% of Celine's total media impact value during one campaign. And when she debuted Bulgari's new B01 necklace, it sold out at just a casual 2.3 million baht each, which is around 62,000 USD per necklace. Where do people have that money? I have no idea. But in just 1 week, Lisa helped Bulgari rake in over 2 billion baht, or about $60 million in USD in revenue. There's a reason why she has a whole song called Money. Now on to Rose. She's been the ambassador for brands like Yves Saint Laurent, Puma, Tiffany & Co, and Sowasu. According to CNBC, since Rose began working with Tiffany, sales for their hardware collection have doubled. Even her Instagram stories are valuable, like really valuable. One story was estimated by Launch Metrics to be worth $2 million in media impact value for the brand. Next up is Jisoo. She's represented Dior, Cartier, Dyson, Tommy Hilfiger, and Alo Yoga. Her visuals, so powerful that when she graced the cover of Vogue France, the website literally crashed from fan traffic. After Jisoo was named Dior's global ambassador in 2021, Dior sales soared from 3.25 trillion won in 2020 to 9.3 trillion won by 2022. Just one of her Instagram posts during Paris Fashion Week was valued at $1.74 million in media impact for Dior. And here's the wholesome twist. Even with all that success, Jisoo donates all the profits from her personal YouTube channel to save the children. And finally, we have Jennie. She's partnered with major names like Calvin Klein, Adidas, Gentle Monster, Tambourines, and even Porsche. One post of her modeling for Calvin Klein? Yeah, that one earned the brand $68 million just from one single post. As for Gentle Monster, when Jennie launched her exclusive collection, fans rushed in so fast the website crashed. After all, Jennie's considered the third-gen it girl for a reason. But before Blackpink took over the global stage, there was another group that revolutionized Korean culture in the Western world: BTS. BTS is made up of 7 members: Jin, RM, V, Jimin, Suga, J-Hope, and Jungkook. Together, this septet has become the face of Korea and the Hallyu Wave, breaking record after record in the Western music industry, all while staying true to their native Korean language. Some of their most iconic tracks like Butter, Dynamite, and Life Goes On have reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100s. In fact, BTS is the only act to send a song to #1 on Billboard's global chart, excluding the US, since it was launched in 2020. Currently, all the members are either completing or wrapping up their mandatory military service and are expected to reunite with a comeback sometime in late 2025 or early 2026. The influence of BTS goes way beyond music. Their popularity has had a huge impact on tourism and the Korean economy. According to the Hyundai Research Institute, over 100,000 tourists were estimated to have chosen South Korea as their travel destination because of BTS. The report also found that BTS generated more than 4 trillion won in total economic value through related industries. That includes over $1 billion in exports of Korean products like cosmetics, fashion, and food, all thanks to the group's global influence. In fact, BTS contributes approximately 0.3% of South Korea's entire GDP. Yes, you heard that right. A single boy band is responsible for nearly 1/3% of an entire country's economy. But let's talk about one of their most famous brand collaborations, the BTS x McDonald's meal in 2021. It includes BTS' favorite McNugget sauce and exclusive packaging. But what happened next? Total chaos. In Malaysia, demand was so overwhelming that McDonald's had to shut down several locations because of the delivery crowds violating the COVID-19 protocols. The collaboration wasn't just popular, it was historic. The BTS meal became McDonald's most liked Instagram post ever, the McDonald's post. More popular than the Big Mac. More popular than a new menu item, just because BTS touched it. Oh, and they did what? Well, I'll be damned. But aside from their massive economic impact, BTS has also been a group deeply rooted in philanthropy. In fact, their philanthropic efforts are so extensive that they even have a whole entire Wikipedia page dedicated to it. Here are just a few of the incredible things they've done. BTS has donated $1 million to Black Lives Matter during the height of the movement in 2020, and they also contribute 100 million won, roughly $88,000, to the Seoul Ferry Disaster 460 Family Council, supporting families affected by the tragedy. And most notably, they donated all proceeds from their Love Yourself album series to their UNICEF campaign Love Myself, an anti-violence campaign dedicated to creating a safer world for youth around the globe. Individually, the members have also shown generosity in meaningful ways. J-Hope donated 100 million won to the One Stop Center, which helps support children in Tanzania who have been exposed to violence. Suga also contributed around 100 million won to Kimyoung University Dongsan Medical Center in his hometown of Daegu to help children battling cancer. But their impact goes far beyond donations. BTS has consistently used their platform to speak out on social issues and promote positive messages of self-worth and inclusion. They've spoken at high-profile venues like the United Nations multiple times, discussing youth empowerment and self-love. The White House, alongside President Joe Biden, to address anti-Asian hate and racism, and the White House Press Briefing Room, where they advocated for diversity and inclusion in the media. Even during the pandemic, BTS remained a beacon of positivity, continuing their message of self-love and mental health awareness. Their hit single Permission to Dance wasn't just a global success, it carried real social impact. The song was praised by the United Nations for being one of the first K-pop music videos to feature sign language, incorporating 3 symbolic gestures: joy, dance, and peace. This was a powerful move to communicate directly with the deaf and hard of hearing community, spreading a message of unity and hope through accessible music. But that's not all. This music video also contains a subtle Easter egg that transitions us perfectly to our next group. Right here, see those two girls? Yep, that's Hani and Menji from New Jeans making a special appearance before they even officially debuted. Let's talk about them next. New Jeans debuted on July 22nd, 2022 with 5 members, Hani, Haein, Danielle, Haerin, and Minji. The quintet quickly rose to stardom with viral hits like Hype Boy, Ditto, and Oh My God. Their second extended play, Get Up, made waves globally, earning the #1 spot on Billboard's Top 200 Albums chart, making them the second K-pop girl group ever to achieve this, following Blackpink. In the midst of Blackpink's contract renegotiations, Incheon International Airport saw a new promotional face. The honor of replacing such a globally recognized act fell to New Jeans, highlighting their rapid growth in popularity. Soon after, they were named Korea's official honorary tourism ambassadors. New Jeans' unique Y2K aesthetic and fresh sound have redefined K-pop trends, culminating in a historic win receiving Korea's prestigious Daesung Artist of the Year, a title held by BTS for the past 7 consecutive years.
2023 올해 아티스트 뉴진스.
Their influence expanded internationally as well, as they headlined major music festivals including Lollapalooza and Summer Sonic in Japan. Their musical success has also translated into powerful brand partnerships. As the face of Pepero, New Jeans helped propel the brand's export sales to 32.5 billion won, around 23.6 million USD, in the first half of 2024, a 30% year-over-year increase. For the first time, international sales outpaced domestic ones, underscoring Pepero's growing global appeal. In another major collaboration, New Jeans teamed up with Coca-Cola for a promotional single titled Zero. The song's chorus, featuring the nostalgic Korean phrase, or Coca-Cola is tasty, struck a cultural chord and revitalized the brand's image. In Q2 of 2023, Coca-Cola reported a 26% increase in Korean sales compared to the previous quarter, along with a staggering 232% rise in positive brand sentiment and mentions. But with fame comes challenges. In a shocking turn of events that shook the K-pop world, on December 3, 2024, New Jeans filed a lawsuit against their label, Adore. The group cited internal mistreatment and objected to the removal of former CEO Min Hee-jin, who had been instrumental in their debut and image.
I feel like I'm about to explode and heartbreaking in a way.
Not being able to do this work, I think that's such an obvious biggest fear.
While still under contract with Adore, New Jeans is awaiting a retrial set for June 5th, 2025. Okay, those are just 3 of the most popular K-pop groups in recent history, and now obviously there are a lot more groups I can go over, but that would just make this video a lot longer. And not to mention, I'm just a senior trying to chill for the remainder of the school year, so what I'll do is I'll release a part 2 or 3 in the near future. But as promised to Miss Manelli, my research teacher, here's a clip of me learning the drama dance by aespa. What the hell?
Oh my god, bro. There's no
Yo,
way.
my phone got smoked.
Oh my god. Andy, the Knicks just sold. They just sold. Please
What is
take that
that?
shit. Oh my god.
Wait, that's the screen
Oh
Yeah, it's a screen
my
protector.
God.
Screen protector. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Ass.
Alright. Should we play everything from the start?
Look at that zest, bro. Carl Anthony Towns is so zesty.
Brayden go more right. Oh wait, no, this way. Call it a little back. Okay, okay. Yeah. Don't move, Brayden. Okay, now you move.
Wait, do you want to tilt the bed so that's facing that way? Or that's which way? Bro.
You better watch out. 우린 이미 걷산 boom. 달려가고 있어 boom. La la like me when I roll. La la like me when I'm savage. La la like me when I go. La la like me when I pace. Hold up, 빛을 따라서 짜라짜짜 달려나가 run. 고파니 라타타타타 음색을 열어 난. 1, 2, it's time to go. 후회 없어 난 맞서 나게버렸지. 날 따라서 움직여 root. 손끝으로 세상을 두드려 움직여. Yeah, I'm coming. I bring all the drama, I bring drama, with my girls in the back, drama, I bring drama, with my world in the back. 나로 시작되는 drama, bring that drama, with my girls in the back, yeah. I bring drama, bring that drama, with my world in the back. 나로 시작되는 drama. Drama, drama, 3, 2, 1. You know I've been kinda like 1,